Hi, I'm Dana. Welcome to Rainy Day Guitar. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to play Here Comes Santa Claus. You can go to, by Autry, you can go to rainydayguitar.com and you can print off the words with the chords. I've got a fun little optional thing in there that I'm going to show you at the end. Okay, that's not what they're playing, but I came up with this fun little thing that's really easy. Okay, all right, so we are now Autry. In order to match his voice, I would have to put my capo up here on the 6th fret. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa. And that gets a little high for my voice, so I'm going to slide it down to the 3rd fret because you can really play this song. It's one of those, basic Christmas songs you can play in any key that matches for your voice. It matches for me pretty well on the 3rd fret. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and play it through once, and then I will go back and show you how to do it step by step. It's really pretty simple. There's one bar chord if you want to, and this one's optional, and I'll show you why at the end, okay? All right, here we go. So we're gonna start with our little intro. Or you could go, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. That's kind of fun too. All right, it's not too hard. You could slow it down, but that's kind of the tempo that he does it at are pretty close, and it's kind of fast if you can change chords quickly. If you can't, it's not the song to start with, okay? Because there's a lot of chord changing on the 3rd and 4th line, but it's fun. It's really fun to play. Okay, whew, it's a hand killer. All right, just because it goes, because you're doing the same thing and it's so fast, okay? All right, you can slow it down. Okay, let me start again with my cape on the 3rd fret. We're gonna go to a G, and I'm just going to go 6 pluck, 4 pluck, 6 pluck, 4 pluck. It says here, the bass, it says the pick is bass pluck, but you're going to alternate your bass notes if you have time. Sometimes you don't. So on a G, your main bass note is 6. If you don't know these chords, go to rainydayguitar.com, go to the beginning tab, 2nd or 3rd item down, and it's the chord sheet, and it's the basic chords, and the arrow is pointing on the main bass note, and there's a dot above the alternating bass note. And so you always want to start with your main bass note, which on a G is 6. And then pluck 1, 2, and 3 with your ring, tall, and pointer on the first and second and third strings. So your thumb is on 6, 5, and 4, and your ring, tall, pointer on 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to go 6, pluck, 4, pluck, 6, pluck, 4, pluck. Okay, that's kind of my main pick. Okay, and then on a D7, your bass note is 4, and your alternating bass note is 5. Right down Santa Claus Lane. You get that? It's a really simple pick. Let's go back and start with the introduction, which is the fast part where you're changing chords on like every single, you get a bass pluck and that's all you get, and then you change, okay? But I'll show it to you. Okay, so you're gonna start with a C. Your bass note on a C is 5. So you're gonna go 5, pluck, and then a D, 4, pluck, then a G, 6, pluck, and then an E, 6, pluck, then an A minor 7, 5, pluck, and a D7, 4, pluck, and a G, 6, pluck, and then a G7, 6, pluck. Then you're going to repeat that again, except for the G7th at the end. You're not going to do that. You're going to stay on G twice. C, D, G, E, A minor 7th. You could do a full A minor there, which is 2, and then 3 and 4 is a full A minor. 5 is your bass note. 5, pluck. I really like the way the minor 7th sounds. 5, so you lift your ring and then you have an open third string. 5, pluck. I just think that's so pretty. It just gives it that little bit of, I don't know, softness, sophistication, whatever you want to call it. It's just a prettier chord than an A minor. A minor 7. Oh, your minor 7ths are always gorgeous. Just kind of just accept that. Okay, so I'm gonna lift up my ring. That's gonna give me, which is easier, and I'm gonna give it an A minor 7th, 5, pluck, and then a D7, 4, pluck, and then a G, and then I'm gonna go back and pluck my 4. So that's my introduction, okay? And I've got that typed up for you. If that is too hard for you, well, I said you could do 4 times, or you could do that. If you don't want to start with the hard part, you can go to a G and go 6, 4, 6, pluck, 4, pluck, 6, pluck, 4, pluck, 6, pluck, 4, pluck. Sounds like a long intro, but when you're going fast, it works. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa. So you can do that. So you can just stay on the G and go. I like to do it 4 times. You could do it twice, make it shorter. That works too. Okay, so you get to choose what introduction that you want to put on this. The one they are doing with the Autry version is they're doing that full thing. Here comes Santa Claus. That's what they're doing. Okay. All right, and you can choose. Okay. Let's go to the song. Here we go. Okay, so you're going to start on your G, 6 pluck, 4 pluck. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Do that, just what I did. Then go to a D7, start with 4 and alternate with 5. Right down Santa Claus Lane. Stay there on the second line. I'm starting the second line. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer. Back to G, 6 and 4. Pulling on the quick switch to G7. Reins. All your G's are 6 and 4. Okay? Now, here comes the fast part. So we already did this in the introduction. C, bells are D, ringing, G, children, E, singing, A minor 7th, all is D7th, Mary and G, bright, G7. Again, if you don't know these chords, I'm looking at the chords in every single one of those, with the possible exception of the A minor 7th, is on the beginning chord sheet. But the A minor 7th is down at the bottom of that beginning page for in intermediate chords. It's actually easy, but it's just not as common as an A minor, okay? So all of the chords in this whole song are available on my beginner tab at rainydayguitar.com, okay? It's like second item and like the 15th item, okay? Okay, so we're on the last line of the first verse. So back to C. Hang your D, stockings and G, say your E, prayers cause A minor 7th, Santa Claus, D7, comes to G, and I'm going to do this one twice. Okay, I have to go 6 pluck, 4 pluck, second verse. verse, okay? I'm gonna call out the chords. I'll probably go a little faster. Here comes Santa Claus. I'm on a G. Here comes Santa Claus, D7. Right down Santa Claus Lane. Stay there, D7. He's got a bag that's filled with toys for back to G. Boys and girls, a G7 again. Okay, C. Hear those D sleigh bells, G. Jingle, E. Jingle, A minor 7th. Oh, what a D7. Beautiful G. Side, G7. C. So jump in D. Bed and G. Cover your E. Head, 'cause A minor 7. Santa Claus, D7, comes to G. Now we're going to do something different. Night, you're going to only do that one set on G instead of doing twice like we did last time, at the end of the first verse. At the end of the second verse, you go 6 pluck, then go right to an A and go 5 pluck. Okay, so it's kind of Santa Claus comes tonight. We're doing a little key change right there for the guitar interlude. Almost right. It's almost right at the middle of the page, just slightly above halfway, pretty much at the middle of the page right there, okay? Now, we're going to do this lovely key change. We only have one bar chord. Now, if you cannot do bar chords, I would not do the key change. I would kind of do my G twice, and then I would skip to the second guitar interlude down here, because the second one, they do not do a key change and there's no bar chord. So I would kind of not do guitar part number 1, I would do guitar part number 2 in place of guitar part number 1, okay? Because it doesn't change any of the rest of the song, it's just this fun little interlude. But I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you and you can work on it, for those of you who can do bar chords, okay? Because Santa Claus comes tonight. So now we're on an A. Okay, I'm gonna call out the chords. Here we go, D. Da, 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 da. A7. Bar, bass note is 5. Da, 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 da. Repeat it, do it again, so I've got it down twice. Da, 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 da. D, da, 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 D7, da, da, da. Okay, now here comes the fast part, but it's completely different chords, okay? And we have a bar chord stuck in there. G, da, da, A, da, da, D, da, da. Here's your bar chord. B, da, da. Okay, so that is a B, is like an A, how you had 1 or 2, 3, 4, but you gotta do it without your pointer finger. So play 2, 3, 4, second, third, and fourth string, but you're gonna have to shift up and use your pinky. 2, 3, 4. That frees up your pointer to put on your bar. Slide up 2 frets, so now these guys are on the 4th fret. Lay your pointer, ouch, already that hurts. Lay your pointer across. You could lay all 6 down, but you're not going to be plucking 6. So it's hard enough for me to do this, and this is even harder. I don't know why that little bit makes a difference. But I just hold down the first 5 strings. I don't hold down the 6th unless I'm strumming, because my bass note is 5. Listen. It's terrible, okay? So, because I'm a girl and I'm not that strong. So, what I do is I pull that guy down so the tip of my pointer finger and my knuckle are focusing on 5 and 1, and that gives me, whoops, not wrong string. That gives me a good fifth bass note, which is what I need. I need 5 pluck. That's all I have time for, but I gotta hit it fast and I gotta hit it hard. 5 pluck. So I'm gonna focus the tip of my pointer finger on the 5th string, and my knuckle has gotta hold down the 1st string. And these guys are handling 2, 3, 4, so I got all 5 strings covered. I'm not hitting 6. Don't need them. So I'm gonna go 5 pluck. Okay, let me go back and show you that part. So the G, and then an A, D, B, and then E minor 7th. Fortunately, you can let go, shake it out. You don't have time to shake it because it goes so fast, but I'm gonna go 6 pluck. It says E minor 7th. If I were strumming it, that's what it would be. So I could do an E minor, not much difference. Okay, and I really like the minor 7ths. That's my A minor 7th. Unfortunately, when I'm plucking 6 pluck, I really don't have much. I'm not hearing the minor 7th part, because that's the 4th string, and I'm not plucking the 1st string, so you don't even hear them. But if I were strumming, if I were going da, 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 I'm gonna do the E minor 7th because it's so much prettier. So that's if you're strumming. But if you're plucking, you're just gonna, you can go open. Okay, you can't do it if you're strumming, but you can open it up if you're plucking. Okay, so let me go back to that. G and A, then a D, then your B. Open E minor 7, then an A7, and then a D, D7. Okay, and I'm gonna do it again. G, then an A, and D, and B, and E minor 7, A7, D, then do a D7. That leads in perfectly. Here comes Santa Claus, and you're back to the key of G. We temporarily jumped to the key of D for that fun guitar part, but now the words come back in and we're back to a G, okay? Third verse. Here comes Santa Claus, I'm in G. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. So repeat. Oh, by the way, D and D7s are so interchangeable. Sometimes I do a D, sometimes I do a D7. You should do D7 the whole time on here, but sometimes I like to go right down Santa Claus Lane. He doesn't care if you're rich or poor, he loves. Sometimes I like to start on D for the first line and then start the second line switching to a D7 just to break it up, because that is a long time to stay on D7. Right down Santa Claus Lane. He doesn't care if you're rich or poor. That's a long time. For me, I like to mix it. Right down Santa Claus Lane. He doesn't care if you're rich or poor. And then G loves you just the G7 same. This is all repeat, okay? The rest of the song is repeat, but I'll just go through it, calling out the chords for you. Super easy, okay? C, Santa Claus, D knows where, G, all kinds, E, children, A minor 7, that makes D7 everything, G, right, then a G7, so C, fill your D hearts with G, Christmas, E, cheer, cause A minor 7, Santa Claus, D7, comes to G, night. Stay there, do that one twice, so I did 6 pluck, 4 pluck. Fourth verse, here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, D7, right down Santa Claus Lane. He'll come around when chimes ring out, it's G, Christmas time on G7 again. C, peace on D, earth will G, come to E, all if A minor 7, we just D7, follow the G, light G7, C, so let's give D thanks to the G, Lord E above, cause A minor 7, Santa Claus, D7 comes to G, night. Okay, now he does a guitar interlude and he does not do the key change, he just stays on the G. So I finished up, Santa Claus comes to 6 pluck, 4 pluck, then I go right into my guitar interlude, which is the whole thing we just did but with no words, okay? Da, 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 da. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play this part without calling out the chords. I'm going to do it slowly. If you don't have this printed off, it is super helpful because this is where your eyes get glued to the paper because you're changing every single half second and you really have to know what's coming up next to get there in time, okay? Da, 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 G, stay there twice. Last verse is the same as the first, okay? He just goes back and repeats it. So I am not going to call out the chords, I'm just going to play it a little bit slower, okay? Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to show you that fun little thing I did. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So, no, I'd probably go bright, bright. So, hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Okay, so what I did, and I've got this typed up for you if you like it. It's just kind of fun. It is a tiny box up top. It says optional little box, okay? And it says bells are ringing, children singing, okay? And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this slide up to this A7, which is so easy. I did a C, I went 5 pluck, and I'm on a C, and I just slide up 1 fret. Everybody slides up, and I do the same thing, 5 pluck. And then you have to kind of go to a, you could go to a G, oops, you could go to G, but that ruins the, that's my bass note. I kind of, okay, so it kind of, your bass note works better if you're going, I just can't go up any, oh I could, hold on, let me try that. I don't think I like that. I liked what I did, okay? And you can even go. But that's a little harder. Okay, so what if you want to, I'll show you. Okay, so I went to a G, lifted up my ring finger to the 2nd string, take off my tall man. Now I've got pointer on the 5th string, 2nd fret, ring on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and I'm going to pluck 5 and 2. I'm on the 2nd, 3rd fret. Now I'm going to slide up 1 fret, and then I'm going to stretch my ring out 1 more. So now he's on the 2nd string, 5th fret, and my pointer is now on the 5th string, 3rd fret. I'm going to pluck 5 and 2 again, and then I'm going to slide him back up. I'm going to slide him 1 more fret, and I'm going to bring him to meet. So I kind of call this slide up and stretch, and then I'm going to slide up and then bring him to meet. Well, he's not exactly meeting, but now he's on the 5th and he's on the 6th. So he's on the 5th string, 5th fret, and he's on the 2nd string, 6th fret. Okay, so it goes, so you're playing 5 and 2. 2nd and 3rd fret, 3rd and 5th fret, 5th and 6th fret. Try that, it's kind of fun. So it would sound like this. And I didn't put that on here because I didn't think I was going to teach it to you, but why not, right? So, bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So hang your stockings up, oh, hang your stockings up, say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Whatever you want to do, you could go night, okay? All right, but those are some fun little things that you can do to jazz up the song if you want to. They're a little bit harder compared to what I've got, but they're not that harder. You can do it, and not that much harder. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. That is Here Comes Santa Claus. You can go to rainydayguitar.com and you can print off the words with the chords and that fun little thing that I just showed you at the end, okay? With the chord slide up. It's an A7th, but it doesn't look like an A7th. All right, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. For more fun songs, go to rainydayguitar.com.